Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 277. I am your neighborhood friendly Oxhorn here, as always, with my suspender set to maximum stun. It's good to see you all today. Lots of things going on, as you can see. For those of you who are watching from scotchandsmokerings.com, you might notice a little bit of a difference. I'm going to hold back a little bit because it looks like the show is loading. This happens every time I start broadcasting, but it takes a little while for everybody in the stream to get the video. So I have to wait for it to load on your computer and then on his computer. About 3 minutes after I start, everybody's watching, but a lot can happen in 3 minutes. I better tell everyone that I'm streaming. Can everyone see me? Trevor Green is in the chat and says, "Hey there, Ox, you have a birthday man on your hands." I do? Well, what do I do? How do I get him off? I don't want a man on my hands. Ugh. Ugh. If you're talking about yourself, happy birthday. Who do we have in the chat today? We've got Magin Justin, Greg Hartung, Jonath, Baldox, Outlash. Hello, Outlash. Pleasure to see you. I don't believe I've seen you before. Or at least it's been a while. Gentleman Badger, Nate the Great, School Breath, Ironbark. Hey, Ironbark, welcome back. It's been a while. The Den Man. Am I missing anyone? Shawarma. I have to say everybody's name or else somebody's going to feel left out. No, it is Trevor Green's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Trevor Green. Baldox! Alright, I'm done saying everybody's name. Pleasure to have you all here today. Seth Nina says hello from Norway. Well, hello, Seth Nina. A pleasure to have you all the way from Norway today. And you can see me. Great. Hodinson says hello. And hello, stream. Hello, all. Great. People can hear me. People can see me. And we're live. Thank goodness. Anyway, if Lucanator1, pleasure to see you here as well, Lucanator1. And Autumn, good to see you too, Autumn. All right, I'm done saying names. And over 17. All right, now I'm done saying names. If you're on scotchandsmokerings.com, you're noticing quite a bit of a change. And I hope everyone was able to find the show okay. The show has actually changed locations a little bit. It used to be on the homepage, just scotchandsmokerings.com. And it's now one level deeper. It's at scotchandsmokerings.com/show. And the reason for that is because my website is pivoting a little bit. If you're on scotchandsmokerings.com, you're going to notice it's got a new layout. It loads a little faster. The art is a little cleaner. It just looks better. It looks a little updated. You're also going to notice that the shop has been fleshed out a bit more. And it's not done. It is definitely a work in progress. I'm creating new content, joining new affiliate programs, finding new stuff. But basically, the gist of it is that in addition to broadcasting my show every week, I'm going to be using scotchandsmokerings.com to serve as a style blog. Because I think people have bad style. Yeah, there's so many people that just walk around in yoga pants and animal print. And I feel it's my responsibility to stop that. So I'm going to be blogging about style. I'm going to be providing people with links to find products that are stylish yet affordable, that they can fit into, that are in a wide range of sizes. I've changed the About section of the page now. It now talks about the site's mission statement, which is to help people find things that they can't find at Walmart, right? Things that are made, I don't know, out of animal and plant-derived materials instead of plastic, right? Nowadays, you walk up to somebody, your average person walking down the street, if you were to pull out a hot air dryer and just point it at them, their outfit would melt. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But everything is made out of plastic these days. Plastic in a number of forms. We'll call it acrylic. It's plastic. Nylon. Plastic. It's not just all plastic. Polyurethane. Plastic. People wearing plastic. Anyway, trying to get people into some natural fibers, into some leathers and wools and cottons, cashmeres, and blah, blah, blah. And demonstrating that it is not just for the rich people. You don't have to be rich to have a nice wardrobe and to have high-quality items that will last you your entire life. We have a disposable culture nowadays where people purchase a pair of tennis shoes, fully understanding that they're going to be throwing them away in a year. Whereas if you go to your local vintage shop, you're going to find a pair of leather, wooden sole shoes that a grandfather wore, that he got from his grandfather, that have been around for 80 years. Right? And they still work. And they don't have any holes in them. And they look amazing. You're going to find ties that have been passed down from father to son, to son's son, to son's son's son, that are just as classy as they were when they were first given. Right? It's a different culture where people took care of the things that they had so that they didn't have to buy new things every single year. And that is one of the goals of the website, to help you get a business wardrobe and a casual wardrobe that you can keep with you for the rest of your life, unless you change sizes or something. And the items are all going to be quality, and you're going to be proud of it, and you can pass it down to your children. Anyway, so that's kind of the philosophy that's going into my new Scotch and Smoke Rooms website. Making a lot of changes on it right now, doing a lot of work. You're going to find some rough patches. It's not completely done yet. The show is still there. All of the episodes are still in the episodes section of the website. I still stream live from the website on the show section, so all of that is still the same. But, Shawarma says, Ox, people also wore the same clothes from months back then. Let's please not go back to that part. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Great Depression, right? I'm definitely not saying, man, people dressed so much better during the Great Depression, or they had such a better philosophy during the Great Depression. Let's wear the same outfit for a week, washing once a month. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm definitely saying have a number of different wardrobes. You don't have to wear the exact same thing. You have to wash them. That is part of being an adult. You wash your clothes. But we don't, not everybody needs to have sequins. Right? You don't have to have sequins on an outfit. You don't have to have 15 pairs of jeans and 15 pairs of flannel shirts. As much as I love jeans and flannel, right? Jeans and flannel, that is a legitimate outfit. One outfit, right? But you walk anywhere up here where I live in the Pacific Northwest, which I love, and everyone is wearing jeans and flannel. That's it. They don't know anything beyond jeans and flannel. And the North Face is the only brand you find on their clothing. Of course, the secret is that if they were wearing classy clothing, you wouldn't actually see a brand, because classy brands don't broadcast their own brand. Anyway, we can get into that later. I've got a lot of blog posts, a lot of ideas, so we're going to be having some fun. Okay, taking a look. Alright, everybody's talking about how my Thunk, is in World of Warcraft. Yeah, somebody sent in a photo of fan art, and we're going to be going through that in a minute. I'm pretty excited. He's giant. It says Thunk. It's Thunk, you know. You can't go me on that, so I'm pretty excited about that. Gotta love Blizzard. They just put my characters in all of their games. Dragon XL says, Ox, you have voicemail. I see that. I do have voicemail. I'm going to be getting through it in a moment. Madman Max says, Ox, 99% of my clothes are made from 100% elf and wolf skin. That's amazing. Congratulations to you, good sir. Way to use your natural resources. The Dan Man says, hey Oxhorn, speaking of resilient hand-down items, do you cook with cast iron? We have one cast iron griddle, and we haven't cured it yet, right? We were really inspired. We got this new cast iron griddle, and we were going to be making, Guadalupe pie and cornbread and stews and all of these amazing things. But then we read that in order to use a cast iron griddle, you have to cure it by putting a layer of like solidified fat or something on it. And we don't know how to do that. And we're a little intimidated because we don't want to ruin the skillet. So we just haven't done it yet. So once we figure out how to cure the griddle, yeah, that's right. We're going to be making cast iron food all the time. Shrama says, no, man, King Charles was famous for wearing clothes for years. He wore one hat till it rotted off of his head. Classic chap. And a king, right? Not short of a buck or two, or in his case, a pound. Hawkstar's in the chat. Silly video didn't load for me, he says. I'm glad it's working now. Ironberg says, yep, you have to behead Thunk. I know, right? I'm glad they added Thunk. But do you have to behead him? If I were playing the game and I saw my character Thunk standing there and I had to behead him, I don't know. I mean, is that a message? Are they sending me a message? Baldock says, oh no, the show won't be on next Thursday. What do we do? Turkey for everyone. Crap. You're right, because that's Thanksgiving, huh? Next Thursday is the 27th. Is that Thanksgiving? I don't know. All right, I'll have to figure out something. I will have to figure out something so that we can do this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon XL says, wanted to make you aware of why I had to miss a few episodes, but I am back, baby. Yeah, oh, feels so good to be back. Pleasure to have you back, Dragon Exile. Trevor Green says, snowy. Yes, outside is so clothes for the warmth of the clothes. My poor tiny dog. Slightly confused. And William Moore's in the chat. He says, how are your beardly adventures? Or how go your beardly adventures? My beardly adventures go very well. I'm bearding along as ever. I've got a nice thin layer of beard wax in today. And I'm wearing some pumpkin spice beard oil. I'm feeling very festive. Dark Angel 005544 says, hello, Canada's Thanksgiving is in October. Right, which we've passed. So happy Thanksgiving to you, Canucks, my fellow Canadians, well, my friendly Canadians, my northerly neighborly Canadians. But our Thanksgiving is coming up pretty soon. All right, cigars. I got cigars. My stores ran out. I've been given so many wonderful gifts. So thank you, everybody. Especially Cigar Ox has really been a champion here. And I'm using the humidor he gave me. I love this humidor, my friend. This is a nice humidor, so thank you for that. Anyway, so I went to the shop today, and I picked up some Rocky Patels. Now, I've had these before, and I really enjoy them. And so I'm going to smoke one on the show for you today. Now, it's interesting because these are called the Edge cigars. And the reason they call them Edge cigars, I think, is because the band is on the edge. Hey, normally the band is down there, but this time they put the band on the edge. And they also store the cigars in a really nice, interesting way. The shop I go to, by the way, I found an amazing new tobacco shop. I forget the name. Here I am talking about it, and I forget the name. But it's in Northgate, which is a couple, 10, 15 minutes north of my home. And it looks just like a rinky-dink tobacco shop. So, for those of you who don't smoke cigars or tobacco pipes, you've missed this entire tobacco culture, which is fine, because there's really nothing redeemable about much of tobacco culture. When you talk about cigar culture or tobacco pipe culture, then yeah, you've got Cigar Aficionado, which is a cultural bastion, and there are all sorts of wonderful, classy things about that culture. But the primary tobacco culture is not very classy. So you go into your typical tobacco shop, and you see glass pipes everywhere, and giant bongs, and at least in Seattle. And sometimes they'll have an unclassy pornography section or whatever. It's not great, right? So I see this tobacco shop, and I needed to get some new cigars, and I wasn't expecting much, but I walk in, and the entire back wall of this shop is a walk-in humidor filled with nothing but cigars. Oh, right, so I walk in, and it's perfect. It's at 70 degrees exactly. The humidity is at 70 degrees. When you walk through the sliding glass door, it's like you get hit with a wall of moisture because the humidity is so much higher. And the reason, of course, is because the leaves of a cigar are grown in a much more humid climate. So to keep the leaves fresh, you have to keep your humidor at 70 degrees. Anyway, I walk in, I can feel that it's got 70% humidity, and it's at 70 degrees. And it's just wall-to-wall cigars in their beautiful boxes. Anyway, the Edge cigar by Rocky Patel has this nice big wooden box. And instead of lifting it open to get your cigars out, the face of the box is shorn off and it just flips out. So the edge of all of the Edge cigars are kind of just sticking out. And to get them out, you have to pull them out this way. So, interesting marketing. The Edge cigar with the band on the edge. You have to pull it out by the edge. But does that mean that it tastes great? No. However, I have had these before, and they do taste great. So we are in for a pleasant, classy evening. Greg McLevin Art Time says it's getting laggy on my end. Anyone else? It should not be laggy. My beautiful wife is not playing video games, so I am the only one on this connection. So you all should be good. All right. By the way, I have added a few new pieces of content. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get to that in a little bit. I was going to say that I've added a few new pieces of content to scotchandsmokerings.com. I now have a very in-depth article on pipe lighters. This is a pipe lighter. As you can see, it's lit, but the flame is not going up. Tilted on its side and the flame goes up, and the reason for that is so that you can light your pipe. And then I have an entire section on meerschaum tobacco pipes. Sometimes I talk about meerschaum tobacco types here on the show. I've got one meerschaum tobacco pipe that I show off to you guys, but I did some research and I explain exactly what meerschaum tobacco pipes are, where meerschaum comes from, and then I shared a selection of meerschaum tobacco pipes that are available and that I recommend. So the meerschaum pipe section is new, and the pipe lighter section is new. And oh no, I'm a little bummed out. When I snipped this, it cracked the outer leaf a little bit, which is a bummer because I'm going to be suffering through that the entire show. Oh well, let's hope that it won't change the flavor. Here, hold on, I'm going to do Tricks of the trade, tricks up my sleeve. Where are my bands? And of course I can't find them when I need them. So I have these steel cigar bands, which were a marketing gimmick of some cigars that I bought a while back. But I enjoyed them. And of course now I can't find them when I need them. But the nice thing about the cigar bands is that you could put them over any flaw or imperfection in your cigar wrapper. Whatever. I'm just going to light it and smoke it. Not bad. One of the detriments of having a crack in the wrapper, as you can see, is that when you try and smoke it, air gets sucked in through the crack instead of out the front, which produces a less than optimal burn. So what I'm having to do right now is put my lips over this huge thing. Oh, well, that was tragic. All right, getting some questions here. Oh, Dragon Exile is saying, I can't see him. I've temporarily been blinded, but my sister is so nice to type and take care of me till my sight returns. Wow, that is very sweet. Well, major kudos to your sister. Is she typing for you right now? Get well, my friend, and I'm so glad that you were able to make it to the show. Here's his story. He says, I was working on icy roads dragging people out of their vehicles after a car accident, and I had no eye protection on in the blistering cold icy winds. So my eyes started to bleed. Ah, man. Best part is I didn't even know they were bleeding until my partner noticed it, and the next day I couldn't see. Docs say that I'll get my sight back soon in a few weeks. Oh, that is a horrible story. Anytime I hear a story about an eye injury, my eyes water. Like, I cannot... I'm so sorry about that. Wow, well, that's amazing that you were out there helping people in the ice, trying to get them out of there, and I'm sorry that you're suffering from it. But I'm glad that you made it to the show, and I'm glad that your sister is taking such good care of you and helping you type. So it's a good thing that you're here. William Moore says, so Ox, I heard that one of your Scotch and Smoke Rings episodes got banned worldwide. Please tell me what happened. Dragon Exile Sisters here and says, hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Well, thank you very much for helping your brother out, Catherine. And who knows, maybe you can come to this show every week as well. William Moore, to answer your question, and many of you have been answering asking the same question, which I'm happy to answer. Let me get your fan art up while I answer this question. 2 weeks ago, for episode 275, I played Radio Dismuke, which I'm playing right now, and then I uploaded my episode to YouTube, as I tend to do. Now, one of the owners of one of the songs decided that not only were they not going to allow me to monetize my video, that is, they weren't going to allow me to put ads on my video, which I typically do, but they were just going to take it offline. And they have the power to do that. If you use a song that is somehow within copyright, the copyright owner has a choice. He can either completely take your video offline, banning it from YouTube around the world, or they can choose to put their ads over your video. Most of the time, they choose to put their ads over your video because it just makes more sense for people to make money when other people upload their songs. But for some reason, and for the first time, one of these song publishers decided that they were just going to ban my video outright. So I had to upload that episode to a site called Vimeo, which I use to power many of the videos on Oxhorn.com. And then I just published episode 275 to ScotchAndSmokerings.com. So you can only watch it on ScotchAndSmokerings.com, not YouTube. And I'm sorry about that. Also, people were asking about my experiment from last week. I was trying a different audio source last week. I was trying to find a public domain radio where they played nothing but songs that were in the public domain. And I found one, and it said that it was in the public domain and that I should be good to go. But after airing the episode last week and uploading it to YouTube, I got like 30 different copyright infringement notifications. More than I've ever had from using Radio Dismuke. These guys are just... I mean, what can I do? I have to listen to something. It just can't be my voice, as melodious as it is. I have to listen to something. So I'm using Radio Dismuke again. We're back to Radio Dismuke. I've got a few strategies. My papa actually runs a Dixieland band in Alaska, and he makes his own music, so I'm thinking of maybe just playing his music so that I can monetize my own videos. But anyway. What am I doing? Scotch! This is Scotch and Smoke Rings, not just Smoke Rings. So let's pour a little bit of Scotch before we move on to your fan art. Lots of great fan art and fan questions today. Good old Scoresby. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, only on scotchandsmokerings.com. Sipping a shot glass. Ironbark says, just play your own albums. We wouldn't mind. I have been tempted to do so. And I have done so in the past. But, I don't know. It's one of those things where... One of the things I like about the music that I play is it's very in theme of classiness. Not that I'm saying that my own music is unclassy. I would never say that, of course. But it's very comedy. You have to listen to the lyrics. Anyway. Okay. What is going on? Why? There we go. Finally. Alright, so here we go. This is the first piece of fan art submission from Ghoul Breath, and he says, decided to have some fun with the gunpowder quest in Draenor, and he goes and writes my name, Oxhorn, with the gunpowder quest, and then takes a screenshot. Nicely done. Thank you for that one, Ghoul Breath. Looks amazing. I'm gonna have to like that. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, we accept fan art submissions on our Facebook group, which is just facebook.com/groups/Oxhorn. I added 5 new people today. It's open to anyone. You just have to join it. Then there's this from Jones Poor, and he says, I'm not sure if this was Scotch, or if this was in Scotch and Smoke Rings episode before, but I'm not able to watch the show until December. No, you haven't used this before, my friend. Thank you very much. He says, just another classy evening. He has to go away for a bit, but here he is watching the show and drinking some what? What is this? Borovica coniferum. Rum? Russian rum? Looks like there's some sort of... Oh, conifer rum. Pine rum. I see. Alright, so he's got some pine rum from Russia. It looks delicious, Jones. Thank you very much for sharing. Damon LaRue just decided to share with us a picture of turkey bacon. Awesome. Excellent taste, my friend. Nothing better than turkey bacon, except for maybe just bacon. Here's one from Christina, and she says, oh, look who I found whilst leveling. And here he is. Here's Thunk. We were talking about him earlier. Here he is. Thunk, Club of the Warlord. Now, the model is definitely not right? This does not look like my Thunk. My Thunk's horn was healed and completely whole. This guy's horn is broken, and he's wearing a giant skull. Tragically. But otherwise... It's my Thunk, and there he is in World of Warcraft. I'm so proud. It's like seeing a child graduate. Not really, but almost. And then finally, there's this from Nolan, and I gotta move this just so you can get the full benefit. Bearded man looks at his phone. You should shave. Delete contact. Indeed, that's my response as well. That would be my response. Alright, time for your messages. Oh, I mean, this is why we have moderators. Thank you so much, moderators, for taking care of the chat while I am otherwise distracted. Ulfer17 says, well, this is alternate timeline Thunk. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Alternate timeline Thunk. That makes perfect sense. F and Max says, finally, I've made it to the show after so many weeks. Great to see all of you classy ladies and gentlemen again. F and Mac, good to see you. Welcome back, good sir. All right, I've got your audio messages. Let's see. First up is Doomageddon. Doomageddon, you are on the program. What is on your mind, good sir?
Greetings, Oxhorn. Just entered the dark portal into Draenor today. Been kicking some Iron Horde butt. Blizzard just released information about their new upcoming movie, Warcraft, which is coming out in 2016. Saw a lot of very cool costumes and heard a lot of good commentary. There has been some rumors that they did use a little Warcraft 2 lore, even though the movie's mostly about Warcraft 1. As you know, sometimes games that become movies don't always do as well. But I kind of have a feeling that this Warcraft movie will actually turn out pretty good. What are your thoughts? Thank you, man.
Well, thank you, Doomageddon. Did they say 2016? Look, when it comes to Blizzard Entertainment, whenever they give you a date, put it in quotation marks. I'm not saying that to be mean, but I've known Blizzard for over 10 years now. I love what they do. Amazing games. But one thing they do not do is publish a game on time. Right? Now, I could be wrong. Maybe it's that they don't release a timeline, but when they do release it on time. I'm not sure, but my general feeling is that they tend to release things late. Anyway, I was so scared that the movie was going to be completely scrapped, right? I mean, they announced the movie back in 2007. Has it really been that long? I remember them announcing the movie back when I went to my very first BlizzCon, which was BlizzCon in 2007, and they've been working on it since then. I remember when they had Sam Raimi as the director of the movie, and they've been talking about it since then, and nothing has happened. But you know what? I'm so glad that they're actually rededicated to it again. The fact that they put a release date on it is hugely comforting to me. I just want to see this movie done, and I hope it's amazing. You know what? If they use a little bit of Warcraft 2 lore when it's supposed to be set in Warcraft 1, I don't mind. You know what? It's Warcraft, right? If they mixed in Lord of the Rings lore, or if they invented something new, then yeah, okay, I'd be bothered. But as long as they're using Warcraft lore, and as long as they finish the blasted thing, then I'm going to be completely fine. So, great news as far as I'm concerned. I'm excited. I hope they get this movie done. Next up is Shawarma. Shawarma, you are on the line today. What would you like to say to the gathered several?
Good evening, Mr. Dennis. This is Shawarma. I have a question for you. I know it's not your typical type because you're usually dealing with video game questions and all sorts of other stuff on this show. But as you're aware, recently part of my beard had to be removed. The time has passed and the reasons why it was removed have been corrected. And now I'm attempting to regrow it. However, the problem that I'm having is rather than a nice, smooth, layered look as it grew in before, it's very bristly and going all over the place.
Oh dear.
Is there something that you might recommend in the way of lotions or oils that might help me correct this problem? Because it looks rather odd to have sections of your beard that are very nice and smooth, whereas there's other ones that look like a bristle brush that has escaped from a bad factory. Thank you very much. You have a good night, and congratulations on the new clothing addition to the show and to the website. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, Shawarma. I really appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. I feel like I'm an evangelist of beard balm. Beard balm is my new discovery. I've written a guide on how to create your own beard balm at growabeardnow.com. If you Google beard balm recipe or how to create beard balm, it's the very first result. Beard balm is a mixture of beeswax, a variety of shea or cocoa butters, with essential oils and carrier oils that condition a beard better than I've ever seen. It's a leave-in conditioner that does not wash out. It's easily absorbed by your skin. It's excellent for the health of your beard, and it makes even the most wiry and coarse beard tameable. And I should know, I've got a very wiry and coarse beard. So find a high-quality beard balm. My favorite brands for beard balm are Honest Amish. I've experimented with beard balm, and it's alright. It was made with petroleum jelly in it. And I like petroleum jelly, but I prefer shea butter. So go to growbeardnow.com, go to my beard balm section, check out the different beard balms that I have there and get one. That will help you. Now, the one thing that beard balm doesn't do is it doesn't style the beard. It simply conditions it to make it softer. If after using it you feel that it's still going in a direction that you don't want, get yourself some beard wax. I love beard wax. I've got it in right now. As you can see, it all looks fairly manageable. And my favorite beard wax is the Honest Amish Extra Grit beard wax. It's not as stiff as mustache wax, so it's really easy to remove, and it's not going to look all kind of glossy and hard and brittle, but it's much more stiff than beard balm, and it gives just basic shape to your beard, and it should tame even your really bristly ones. So, great question, Shawarma. You gave me an opportunity to plug growbeardnow.com, which I'm always happy to do. So check out growbeardnow.com for all of your beard grooming needs. And good luck to you on taming those bristles. Next up is Majin Justin. Majin Justin, you are on the program today, good sir. What is on your mind?
Hello, Oxhorn. Majin Justin here. How's it going so far?
It's going very well. Smoking a delicious cigar and having a good evening.
Excellent. Now, I have a question for you. Have you been anywhere around Seattle and they started playing Christmas music right after Halloween? It's in November, and I think it's really too early for it. And they started having Christmas decorations out, and then you see the lights on some houses and everything. Like, really? What's with the Christmas all of a sudden in November? It's supposed to be Thanksgiving, not Christmas. What's your take on it?
Well, look, as I've said many times on this program, Christmas is my favorite holiday. Christmas time is my favorite time of the year. I love everything about Christmas. I even love all of the cheesy, chintzy things about Christmas. When it comes to Christmas, I've got the tree, I've got the ornaments, I've got the Santa costume. My fireplace is lined with stockings. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I love Christmas. That said, I do think that there is a time and a place. If it's October, it's Halloween time. Let's have pumpkin carving contests and gourds and costumes and trick-or-treats. When it's November, it's Thanksgiving. Let's have turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy. Only when it's December is it Christmas time, right? Let's not mix the holidays, because when you mix the holidays into one uber holiday, each one loses a little bit of its distinctness, loses a little bit of its uniqueness, right? It loses a little bit of its magic and its speciality. When you put Christmas on top of Thanksgiving, you're taking a little bit away from Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving now has this throne, right? Where all of I almost said Movember. All of November, you're celebrating Thanksgiving or getting ready for Thanksgiving. And it can be a little distracting to go to your grocer and see a bunch of advent calendars for sale and Christmas ornaments getting ready. But, you know, I also understand from a marketer's perspective, because people do buy things early. And when people are spending money on Christmas things before Christmas, it only makes sense to offer them Christmas things before Christmas. So part of it is our fault, right? Part of it is our fault for going to Lowe's in October and buying a fake Christmas tree and Christmas ornaments in preparation for Christmas. So, look, it's not a huge deal for me. I definitely don't think that we need a new cultural revolution to make sure that our holidays are celebrated on the appropriate times. But I have to admit that part of me is a little sad to see all of our holidays bleed into one. But excellent question, Majin Justin. Thank you so much for sharing. Finally on the show today, we've got Andy the DK. Are you in the chat, Andy? I didn't see you earlier. Anyway, we've got Andy the DK, my friend. You are on Scotch and Smoke Rings. What is on your mind?
Greetings, Oxhorn. It is I, Andy the DK. Yes, I have returned, my friend. I have been away for a while for the past couple of episodes because I have been stressed by college and by work and just been very busy, and I have not been able to tune in, but I am here tonight. How are you doing, my friend? I just want to let you know that I'm still staying classy and I'm still around. And I will be, like I said, tuning in tonight. So, hope you're doing well, Ox. Hope you and your family are doing well. And my quick question tonight to you is, what is the most snowfall you've ever had? Either, I know probably not in Seattle, obviously, but in where you lived before. I forget where, but let me know, because I have not gotten snow yet, but in Buffalo, I know there's been a ton of snow, and some want to blame it on, just the weather, and some actually think it's global warming. I believe it is part of global warming, and I believe we need to start taking care of the earth a little bit more. But anyways, Ox, it's glad to be back. I hope you and the chat room are doing well, and until next time, stay classy.
Stay classy, my friend. There's a whole lot in there. Let me unpack this a little bit. So, excellent question. In Seattle, as you know, we have a very mild climate here. It rarely snows. When it does snow, people freak out because they don't know how to deal with the snow. So even if you get a little inch of snow, the schools are closed, there are accidents on the freeway, and people just don't know how to deal with it. In contrast, I was raised in a small fishing village in Alaska called Cordova. At the time, there were no roads going in and out of Cordova. The only way you could get there was by boat or plane. There was a small airport. It wasn't even paved. It was a gravel airport. And then it was a huge fishing village, so we had this nice marina. But that's where I spent much of my childhood, and I remember epic winters where the doors would be covered by snow. You could go outside and make an igloo in your backyard because the snow was just all piled up. Now, granted, I was a very young boy at this time, so my memory isn't precise. I just remember all of the snow and playing in the snow and sledding. There was this huge hill by my old house. My brother was too young. He was still a baby, but I remember getting on a sled and sledding down the hill and having a lot of fun. So, fond memories of the snow, but remember, this was the 80s. I mean, I was born in 1981, so we're talking about 1986, 1987, and the snows were pretty thick and crazy in a small fishing village in Alaska, right? Winters aren't really getting all that worse. Now, you mentioned global warming, you mentioned the crazy weather. I just want to bring something up. As you know, I don't get into politics here on Scotch and Smoke Rings, and we're not going to get into politics here on Scotch and Smoke Rings. I will, however, say Ice Age. We have had Ice Ages before. And in fact, throughout the lifespan of humanity, we had a mini Ice Age during the same time as the Black Death and the Dark Ages. The Northwestern Europe went through a mini Ice Age where the snow was far worse than we're getting now. This was pre-industrial revolution, right? This was before the advent of burning oil and even burning coal. Did they burn? They might have burned coal. No, this was before that. So you had wood fires, right? You had small populations of humanity, and we had a mini ice age. So it's impossible to say that man-caused global warming caused the mini ice age at that time. Now, does man-made global warming contribute to the weather we're going through right now? I am no scientist. I will happily bow out of this. It's either yay or nay. I cannot tell you. My expertise is in smoking cigars and looking classy, not in writing scientific papers about whether or not big snows is caused by global warming. That's not my purview. But I will say that cold temperatures and lots of snow have happened in the past. A lot. Before the Industrial Revolution. 420 BlazeCon says, could you do me a favor? Could you look deep into the camera and tip your fedora to me? I could if I was wearing a fedora, which I'm not. This is called a derby, or a bowler hat if you are British. But here we go. How was that? Did I look dreamy enough into the camera for you? F and Mac says, Ox, I literally just finished reading your book, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, and my good sir, it is seriously the best book I've ever read, and I've got to say, in the end, a couple of manly tears were dripping down my face in a very dramatic way. I've just got to say, sequel! Good sir, I am so glad that you read my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, and I'm so glad that the ending touched you as much as it did. I would love to write a sequel. I actually have a sequel in mind. I would love to get this done and sent to you ASAP. Time is pressing. I don't have all the time in the world to write a sequel. But when I do, I will sit down and write it. And hopefully it'll be before I die. because it would be hard to write a sequel after I die. Anyway, chloronhastings.com to get The Tale of Cloron Hastings. Great for Black Friday, great for Cyber Monday, great for Christmas. Get it for someone you love. Noxida says, Oxhorn, thoughts on the difference between Scotch and bourbon? Scotch is made in Scotland. That's it. You know what's really interesting? Scotch is actually made in used bourbon casks. That's right. What will happen is that people in Kentucky who make bourbon, and they say that you can make bourbon outside of Kentucky, and that's true. That's fine. But in my opinion, the only true bourbon is made in Kentucky. But what will happen is the bourbon makers will use these oak casks to make all of their bourbon. And then when the casks are done and they're aged and they've soaked up a lot of bourbon, they will then sell the casks to Scotland. And the Scottish will use it to make their Scotch. Scotch also has a distinct taste from bourbon. Scotch tends to be a little peatier, tastes like a campfire. You can taste the salt spray of the coast. It just has a distinct, strong taste. While many people can tolerate bourbon, there are only a classy few who can tolerate the purest of Scotch. So, both amazing beverages, both of them are equally whiskey, but both of them are unique in their own amazing ways. Trevor Green 98 says, any Hippie Tom shenanigans? And Catherine says, who is Hippie Tom? No, there are no shenanigans. I haven't had any encounters with Hippie Tom. Hippie Tom is my neighbor who goes through my garbage and puts garbage cans in the middle of my driveway so I can't drive down it. He's Hippie Tom. What can you do? Someday I'd love to get him on the show just so that you can all see Hippie Tom in life. That would prove for an interesting episode. Probably he would not smoke. Noxida says, it's the Isla Pete. I've been to Isla where most of Scotch is made, and I enjoyed many distillery tours. I would love to go to Scotland and tour some of the distilleries. It reminds me of that Parks and Recreation episode where Ron Swanson visits Europe and hates it because he hates Europe. But he does find one gleaming jewel, and that is the Scotch distillery. It's his favorite Scotch. What's it called? Lavaugan, I think it's called. And he sheds a manly tear there while walking around the peat bogs and looking at the sheep. It's a great episode. I would love to go and visit a distillery in Scotland. Noxida says pronounced Isla. Yeah, I can't speak Scottish. I can't even do a Scottish accent. I can't even speak English with a Scottish accent. So I tip my cap to your superior pronunciation, as you obviously have it. But it's spelled Isla and it's pronounced Isla, which makes a lot of sense because it's an island. So. The Dead Man says, hey Oxhorn, will you be selling your Christmas or geek albums this holiday season? I would like a few signed copies to give as Christmas gifts. That's a fascinating idea. Yes, all of my albums are for sale on Amazon and iTunes. I even have hard copies of the albums available on Amazon. Those get printed and shipped directly from Amazon, so they never pass through my hands, so I can't actually sign them for you. Sorry about that. Gentleman Badger says, your cigar is lonely, good sir. Indeed it is. Time for some smoke rings. Madman Max 21 says, so Ox, what is your favorite Scotch brand? I love so many different kinds of scotches that it's hard to pick just one. But I would have to go with either Glenfiddich or Laphroaig, and I think I'm leaning towards Laphroaig. Now, I've never had Lagavulin, and everyone says Lagavulin is the best. And I'm probably butchering the name, but it's spelled Lagavulin. But Lafroig, I have had. I've had 12-year Lafroig, and it was delicious. My favorite right now would be a Lafroig. Phil Joyner says, can you center a ring around the webcam? Challenge! Now, I have tried to do this in the past. Let's see if I can do it today. Almost. It went off that way. So close and yet so far. There's a little bit of an airflow in this room. I've got a heater going at my feet, so I'm going to blame that. Chief Smash says, by the way, I saw a coworker today for the first time in a while, and she had not seen my new and improved longer beard. The only comment I got was, what's up with that? I was disappointed, to say the least. That is disappointing. You can see the judgment just dripping off of her lips. That's tragic. Just do the same with her makeup, right? The next time she wears hideous makeup, say, ew, your eyes look different. What's up with that? Or the next time she wears high heels, she's like, oh, you look taller. What's up with that? Madman Max 21 says, Ox, I think you may be able to get a smoke ring within a smoke ring using my granddad's style and your style into one epic combination. Well, let us try. So his granddad's style, how did your granddad do it again? Oh, that's right. With the like that. So the way I do it is like this. The way he does it is like this. Let's try both. Less a smoke ring and more of just a smoke more ass. I get them to collide, but so far no smoke rings within a smoke ring. Imagine Justin says, good Sir Oxhorn, I might have a bald spot under my chin. What should I do? Google how to fix a patchy beard. My article on the topic is the first result, and within that article I explain exactly what to do when you have bald patches within your beard. There are a number of things, including beard massages. That's right, beard massages stimulate blood flow to your capillaries, through your capillaries to your follicles, which can improve your beard growth. And there's also minoxidil, which is a serum you can put on your follicles to force them to grow. All right, Greg Hartung asks a pertinent question because he wants to destroy me. And he says, shall we embark on a Hearthstone duel? I suppose this is Scotch and Smoke Rings. I am streaming on Twitch. I suppose we might as well start playing some video games. Let me get Hearthstone fired up here and let's go through a few battles. And who knows, maybe I'll have better luck than I did last time when I got destroyed over and over and over again. Last week was a horror show. I just got butchered. By you. By all of you. You butchered me in Hearthstone. Alright. Stop your giggling, Greg. Let's see.
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Dragon XL says, what's wrong with being clean shaven. Nothing, my friend. There is nothing being wrong. There is nothing wrong with being clean shaven if that is your wish. But I still encourage men to grow manly beards as they confer dignity. Braithor says, howdy, Oxhorn. Oxhorn, I'm a huge fan of your videos, which all rock. Any plans on some new videos when Draenor comes out? Also, have you considered using fiber for the epic beard?
Thrall versus
What?
Anduin.
You mean like eating fiber?
Light shall bring victory for Doomhammer.
I haven't heard that eating fiber actually helps with beards. Eating fiber helps with your colon, but I don't know if it helps with beards. You know, I don't have Warlords of Draenor yet. I'm considering it. I've got a full plate.
Is someone injured?
Ironbark says, you may have answered this already, but are you excited about Goblins vs. Gnomes, the Hearthstone expansion? I am. I am indeed looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, by the way, this is an internet deck. This isn't one of the decks that I made myself. So, Greg, pleasure to meet you on the field of battle. But have mercy on me. Okay, look, Greg. Greg says he's decided to dabble in something new and I might have a chance this week. Come on. I regularly defeat you. It's like 50-50. I don't need this mess.
Hey, give me that!
Job's done.
Braithor says fiber is in hair/beard fiber, kind of like wax. I haven't tried it before. That's really interesting. I'm going to have to check it out. Okay, American Crew Fiber. Yes. Okay, so it looks like it's a simple pomade. I've never tried it, but I have used a number of different beard waxes, which I think are superior, but, you know.
Hey, give me that!
Job's done. Squire, attend. Ready, sir.
Okay. What's going on here?
I wonder.
Hey, give me that!
Elements guide me. Elements guide me. Job's done.
All right, Greg, eat that.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
Your move, good sir. I don't know, Greg. I hope you have a trick up your sleeve because this is starting to look pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh no.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me. Job's done.
Everyone is asking Greg to pull a hard tongue.
Let me change your mind.
Take control of an enemy minion that has an... okay. Lame.
I wonder.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Elements guide me. Job's done. Tastingo! Yes!
All right, Mr. Hard Tongue. Do your worst.
What to do?
Time to pay.
Elements guide me. Job's done.
Madman Max says your scotch seems to have disappeared. Maybe you can find it. Oh my goodness, what did he just do? Cheers, ladies and gents. Bottoms up.
Elements guide me. Job's done.
Pleasure to have had you here, Dragon Exile. Good to meet you, Catherine. I hope you both can come by next week. Heal up, good sir. Feel better. Oh, no. Doggone it, man. Oh, frustrating. Leave! Still anyone's game.
You are listening to Radio Dismute. RadioDismute.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
Bong, 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 bong. Your move, Greg Hartung. Your move. Try and destroy me in 4 cards or less. Mwahahaha. Oh, good move.
How'd you like to have a slice of her affection? She's got the cutest eyes of brown. Get her, and how she rolls them up and down. Everybody looks
Your magic shall not save you. There's little time.
Alright, let's try that. Nicely done, Shawarma. Thank you so much.
To Northrend! You have bested.
Oh! He pulled a hard tongue, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Greg. Greg. You know what? I choose to still be satisfied with your surrender. That is acceptable. Oh! Doggone you, Hearthstone. Greg says, a shining victory for you indeed. Yes, indeed. Is this working? All right, who are we fighting?
Versus Garrosh.
Madge and Justin.
Victory or death for Doomhammer.
Good to meet you on the battlefield.
Job's done.
What tricks have you up your sleeve, Imagine Justin? Show us your hand.
Ready to ride.
I see.
I wonder.
No! Varler says, hey, Ox, does your site give notifications when you're streaming too? Because the Twitch ones don't like working for me. Sadly, my site does not give notifications. Only because I don't know how it would, right? You'd have to sign up for something to get a notification. And there's nothing to sign up for on my website, because it's just free. You just show up. Peace Monks is from the US but still wants a show. Well, my friend, the good news for you is that the show is on. Ah! Imagine Justin pulling out all the stops. Nicely done.
Charge forward!
It's close battle, my friend.
What to do?
Your magic shall not save.
Madman Max 21 says, I have a little story about something that happened today whilst I was out. Would anyone like to hear? As long as that is fascinating, yes, please share your story. Nate the Great says, there is no sleeping while Scotch and Smoke Rings is on. I like that. Okay, let's see where this brings us. Arcanite Reaper, ho! Alright. Things are looking nice. Thank you, Dex from the internet. Pleasure Gold Breath. Oh dear. No! Rubbish. Taking out my heavy hitters, I see. Alright, let's try that on for size.
Charge forward!
Alright, things are looking up. Thank you, oh internet deck makers. This deck is looking good today. Maybe last week I just had really bad luck.
Have an appreciative modern audience. You can help it find that audience. Why not join your friends right now? Let them know about the wonderful music you're enjoying right here on Radio Dismute. RadioDismute.com.
Or maybe this week I'm just having really good luck. Who knows?
I will crush you.
What? You just did the 2 Arcanite Reapers. Oh, and it's suicide by proxy. That's alright. Imagine, Justin. Good game, good game. I tip my cap to you, good sir. Well played, as always. Oh, blast. Stupid Hearthstone. I still don't know why they haven't fixed this bug in Hearthstone. It's been years, literally years. Madman Max says, well, I was on my way down to my local butcher. When I say local butcher, I mean, I have to catch a bus into the town center, but I happened to look out to the left-hand window and see an elderly gentleman pushing his car out of the road. One moment, let's see here. Yeah, this all looks good. I got off at the stop, which was only about 15 to 40 seconds away, and gave the man a hand with his car. When we got the car to the house, he asked me to wait, so I did. As I was asked, and he came out with an old top hat, clearly well made, as it had lasted for quite a number of years. I said thank you to the elderly man and parted ways with him with a new top hat and the feeling I did a good thing for someone I didn't know. Wow, what an amazing story. Talk about being a class act and earning class because of it. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. Too long didn't read. Helped an old man with his car on the side of the road. Got a top hat as a reward. That's a great story.
Prepare to face the mighty Metastorm.
Oh my goodness. Battle cry. Enemy spells cost 0 next turn. Awesome. Thanks. What was that?
Elements guide me.
Well played.
I thank you.
The dead man says, I tip my hat and raise my drink to such acts of kindness. Indeed. Cheerio. What was this? King Mukla. Golly.
Elements guide me.
Black Shawarma says, I fear I must depart. Good night, all. Great to have you in the chat today, Black Shawarma. Thanks so much for your help. Well, that was painful.
I got the beast in my sight.
Greg says, another bad legendary? This is your... Oh no, Lotheb. He just used Lotheb. Enemy spells cost 5 more next turn. Holy cannoli.
What to do?
Gotcha.
Job's done.
So how many legendaries has that been this battle, Ironbark? Oh my goodness! Jeez! 4 legendaries! Okay, this is starting to become annoying. At the end of your turn, summon a 2/2 Knoll with Taunt.
What to do?
Gotcha.
Well, I did my best. Alright, how many more legendaries do you have, Ironbark? Oh, a lot, I see. This is good. Good game. Well played, good sir. Well played. All right. So far, I'm 3 for 3. Ironbark says, I only have 28 legendaries in this deck. That was fun, Ironbark. Good game.
Thrall versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Fancy Badger. Pleasure to meet you on the battlefield.
Job's done.
Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend. What to do?
No, Fancy Badger, no! Oh, what luck was that?
Elements guide me.
LJ Brad X says, hey, how many words are in your book? I'm an aspiring writer. My book is at 85,000 words long. That's a typical length for a novel. Trevor Green says, Ox, you're getting destroyed. Yes, I am, and he's not using any legendaries yet.
What to do? Elements guide me.
This deck of his has a lot of battle cry creatures. Oh no!
Mind if I roll need?
Oh, there's a legendary. Goodness gracious.
Little time.
My shield for Argus!
Oh man, rubbish.
Job's done.
Tricky, tricky, tricky.
Bring out your dead.
Ooh.
Take off. I can't do that. Or upon us.
All these legendaries. I really need to get that set. I keep seeing these guys.
Hey, give me that!
Job's done.
Well played.
No! Oh my gosh! What the? Oh man! Oh, that's it. I'm done. Bloodlust. Bloodlust is tricky. Nicely done, Fancy Badger. Nicely done. All right, one more game, ladies and gentlemen. D-Stan 4 says, "Evening, sir. What is your favorite cigar type? Maduro, natural, etc." Specific favorite cigars? I like Rocky Patel. I like Oliva. I love torpedo-shaped cigars. Darker wrappers are very tasty. Box-pressed cigars are some of my favorite.
I greet you.
Elements guide me. Greetings, friend. Why do you call?
Whoops.
No, take care. We hunger for vengeance.
You face Jaraxxus,
What?
Lord of the Burning Legion.
Already? Holy cow.
I can't do that. That's not that.
Ah, well, it was worth a try.
When the little bluebird, who has never said a word, starts to sing.
How do I get him out? I don't want to do this anymore.
When the little bluebell in the bottom of the bell starts to ring, ding, ding.
More souls.
Words start to sing, it is nature that's all, it is telling us to fall in love. And that's why
Hours little time.
while from that in Spain, the best uppers.
All right, Imagine Justin, let's see how this works. Oh no!
Without means to it, people paying Boston even these do it. Why, let's do
Job's done.
Do it. And even lazy jellyfish do it. Come on, let's do it. Let's
For Nashita.
I hate that.
And goldfish in the privacy of bowls. Do it. Oh, let's do it. Let's fall in love.
The Downley Station, Los Angeles. Delight Christmas morning. Gifts that will be used daily and cherished for a lifetime. Over 100 styles suit every taste and purchase. $5 up. The tone indicates 15 seconds past 9 o'clock.
Much strategy going into this. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I couldn't, madman. An attack of 7 or more. Say watch.
I got the beast in my sights.
Nothing.
No, take candle.
Your magic shall not save us.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Why do you call?
And I'm done. Nothing I can do. Ah, if only I'd gotten that earlier. Yes, yes, yes. I lose. Good battle, though. Well played.
in Normandy, the only thing
or not.
but I could reach the world alone. Hop, skip, jump, and I'm there. Wish to be shooting high.
Elements guide.
Job's done.
Ah! Oh my goodness. I need a magic amazing card. One amazing card, please.
Elements guide me.
Alex! I didn't. Alex! Ah! 1 point! 1 bleeding point! Oh my goodness! So close! Nicely done, Megan Justin. Nicely done. Well, how many did I play? 5 and I won 3, or was it 6 and I won 4? I can't even count. Let's go with 6 and I won 4 because 4 is bigger than 3 and I like that. Anyway, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the smoke ship. As we do at the end of episode here at Scotch and Smoke Rings, I create out of nothing but thin air and the smoke in my mouth a ship designed after your own beautiful designs. So, what would you like to see, ladies and gentlemen? Only a little bit of cigar left, so let's make it quick. William Moore says, Oxhorn, Staghorn, and Mortus riding upon mighty Mustang horses as they ride across the plains of Azeroth. While they ride, they herd all the wild boar and turkeys and gather all pumpkins and pecans in preparation for the epic Thanksgiving feast of honey-glazed ham, bacon-wrapped turkey, and, of course, pumpkin pie and pecan pie. Very tasty. Madman Max says, for the smoke ship, my idea is a World War II battle cruiser with Ox and Staghorn firing gnomes from the cannons at one another in the world's biggest battleship game, while Thunk and Mr. Evil are on a Zeppelin kicking ninja looter turkeys into a large pot to be made into a fine broth with a Scotch base. Ooh, now that sounds nice. Imagine Justin says, very nicely played, good Sir Oxhorn. Wanted to see if you would win with spell cards, so I kept on killing your creatures. Well, I thank you for your chances there. Trevor Green says simply, Ox and his family just having a nice Thanksgiving with his closest fans and pelts turkey at Hippie Tom. Nice. Captain Maximov says, a half-goat walrus riding on a bacon boat made from the souls of inferior, effeminate hippies? Oh my goodness. Nicely played. Seth Nina says, you have made the night and early morning here in Norway so much better. Thanks for a great show. Love it. Well, thank you very much for coming, Seth Ninja. All right, great suggestions this week. We're going to go ahead and go with William Moore's. So pay close attention because the ship will exist for a brief moment. Here we go. There it was! For a brief moment before your very eyes, Oxhorn, Staghorn, and Mortus were riding upon mighty Mustang horses as they rode across the plains of Azeroth. While they ride, they herd all wild boar and turkeys and gather all pumpkins and pecans in preparation for the epic Thanksgiving feast of honey-glazed ham, bacon-wrapped turkey, and, of course, pumpkin pie and pecan pie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Since next week is Thanksgiving here in the U.S., I will have to do a Thanksgiving episode early or later, and I'll let you know on social media which one it is. So stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Great suggestions, everybody. Varler says, today's smoke ship looked smaller. Did you have to downsize your boat? A little bit. I was running low on smoke resources. Anyway, thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. This ends episode 277. Please stay tuned next week for 278. And I will see you all again. Same Ox time, same Ox channel, scotchandsmokerings.com. Until then, be sure, my friends, that you stay classy.